All right, what's up, everybody? Trey Griggs here at Beta Consulting Group. Iron Minds episode 16 with Hayden Allred and Taylor Allred. What's up, everybody? What's up, What's up, Hayden? What's up, man?
Good morning. How are we?
Good morning, man. We're doing good, man. Doing good.
Good to hear.
Doing good. Yep, I realized watching the highlight video that I wear this shirt a lot.
Dude, it's okay. I do the same thing. I have a routine.
That's right. Got a Monday shirt.
It's a very loose routine, but there's certain things that find themselves on repeat. This shirt, working out on Mondays, is one of them. So.
That's right. How was the weekend, man?
It was great. We got our house like spotless almost.
Pristine.
Yeah, which is a big day with 3 kids. You know, it's like all week during the work week, we're both doing our thing. So it's like. It kind of piles up naturally, and then Saturdays and Sundays are days like relax and just like, all right, we're gonna crush housework.
That's crazy. We did the same thing. Yeah, we actually got the whole house pretty clean, so it's kind of nice to wake up on a Monday morning and have a clean house.
I'll tell you what, though, I know it's like just part of life, but man, if there was one way to keep that from happening again, we got to get some kind of process in place. It feels like insanity. You clean it spotless for a brief moment of joy, and then Monday morning something happened at 6:30, and the house, a Rowan happened or something.
A Rowan happened. A Carson woke up. Carson will go to the toy box, and I don't know. Can you hear me? Okay.
Sure can.
Carson will go to the toy box in the living room and just take everything out one by one and laugh. Like she knows what she's doing. It'll be right when I clean. And I'm like, child. And she'll just, and she does this thing where she dramatically laughs now. So she'll like put her hands on her knees or throw her head back. Like she's a little showman.
I like what you said, that something happens at 6:30 and the house just gets crazy. When you have small kids, it's kind of the way it works.
It's wild, man. What do we got today?
Well, I'm doing a little push and pull exercise, a little P90X day 1 workout, and we're talking about what goes in our bodies and our minds. What we're reading, what we're drinking. All that good stuff.
Let's do it. Well, I can tell you one thing that doesn't need to go into my body, and that's Dr. Pepper.
Have you been staying away from it?
Okay. Full transparency. I think I had 2 this week.
That's an improvement.
Towards the end of the week, it caught me. It caught me slipping. Wait, did I? At least I had at least 1.5. I know that because we went to your Nana's house.
That's definitely improvement.
I had Coke.
You did?
Yep.
I poured one, but
it was one of those little mini cans. Anyway, had a few, but it was very small in comparison to the weeks prior. So
nice.
Big
improvement.
Now we just got to knock that last slice out.
That's right. Speaking of this weekend, had some killer fights this weekend.
Absolutely.
Can't believe I said that.
So if you're for the 4 people that check me out in the morning, hear the nonsense I have to say, this is the 3rd weekend in a row that Trey has watched UFC fights or had intention to view them. And I'm telling you, we're going to correct some of the wrongs he had in the past. He's going to become a fan and not what is referred to as a casual. You're going to know it all.
I actually know some of the fighters. Enjoyed watching some of those. Brian Schnell. I believe is his name. No, Matt Schnell? Brian Ortega? I don't know. Anyway, get close.
Yeah, it was Matt.
Yeah, no, those are some great fights. That dude just got pounded. And, man, the fight in that dog, man, he just wouldn't give up.
Yeah, that one was that was a big one.
Yeah, and I plan to watch it on Saturday night. I didn't watch it on Sunday.
Hey, that's okay. Technology, why not?
What was the deal with that, Trey? Like, you had never watched UFC before until, what was it, like last weekend or the weekend?
3 weekends ago, yeah.
No, I
Was
never
that the
watched.
first time you ever watched
I
it?
never watched a fight or a fight night. I'd seen a couple highlights, just because of ESPN or whatever. But I never watched or tried to understand the sport. But Hayden loves it so much, I had to give it a shot.
That's cool. You know what's ironic is that UFC was the only sport that I ever got into in high school and
Really?
like above. And before I met Hayden, like I was actually pretty like, I don't know, versed in it. Like I would know who was fighting when. Like I was very into it. And I kind of, when I had Jameson, I kind of took a little break and just didn't really have cable to even watch it. But when we got together, like when we really moved in together is when he got so into it. And I was like, thank goodness it's not baseball. Because I can't sit and watch baseball. But yeah, I was really excited that it was UFC.
Yeah, I think that's pretty well known. That's one of my, I guess, weirder traits is for whatever reason, dude. I've played baseball my entire life, but for the love of me, I can't watch traditional sports on TV. Like, I can't do it. I never have been able to. I'll go to the games. Like, the Busch Stadium, when I came to St. Louis, was phenomenal. That was a very cool experience.
That was a cool experience.
See, I don't mind going to baseball games. I love going to baseball games, but I can't sit and watch it on TV. Same with football. Like, I can't sit and watch it. I've actually never been to a football game, like a live one, other than high school. But, like, yeah, I just can't watch a sport. But UFC, I don't have a problem. It's not like a sport to me. It's like, it's so much different. It's fighting, so it's different. I don't think I have to watch them for scores. Like, I kind of know who's winning, like, it's easy. It's easy to watch.
It's intense, I'll say that. And
Right.
it's like some of the fighters are technical, more boxing, and the strategy there. And then last night I felt like a lot of the guys were really wrestlers and wanting to get on the ground and ground and pound and kind of do that. So just kind of seeing a little bit of everything has been really, really fascinating. Inverted push-ups. Here we go.
Knock them out.
But I'll hit this.
It's a form check device to make sure you're not getting all crazy.
Yeah.
So we got couples this morning, except my wife is not. My wife's not here, Scott. But
this is
This
impromptu.
is Hayden Allred. That's right. What's up, Scott? Good to see you, buddy. How's your trip to Disneyland going? I think this is his second trip to Disneyland.
Is Scott in Florida?
6 weeks. I think he's in California. I think he's from Idaho. He can give us the
Idaho.
forward one. All right. So
I need to meet Scott. Scott, you got to be out there. You got to be out here in October. Just go ahead and plan for that and make sure that's going to happen.
October 29th,
Correct.
the inaugural Iron Minds Tough Mudder Charity Challenge. Going to be raising money for ALS, everybody. Got more information on that coming out real soon. Got the golf tournament that they have every year coming up in August, and I'll get more information at that point. So, yep, we're going to get there. And I guess he's talking about UFC, America's favorite pastime. Becoming that.
It's history's favorite pastime. It's the gladiators. For crying out loud.
That's right.
It's just more civilized now.
And how about what's that guy's name? David Jacoby? Is that his name?
Dustin Jacoby?
Dustin Jacoby. See, I'm close. I got the last names.
You're going to get there.
He's from Missouri. Went to Culver Stockton College up in Canton, northeast Missouri, and he knocked the guy out in one punch. That was impressive.
This is such an exciting time for anyone that's new to go to this. And I won't rain on about UFC too long into this, but there's just so much talent now, and it's so dense. And it doesn't matter what division you're watching. Like, it's the highest of the highest level. Even people you've never heard of. Like, the UFC has become this incredible, competitive atmosphere, especially over the years. Because back in the day, it had to be like a flagship name in their roster, like Chuck Liddell, Tito Ortiz, the rise of Conor McGregor. It's like now it's like every fight, there's a 90% chance it's going to be a banger. It's going to be intense. Something really unique and fascinating is going to happen because they've done such a good job matchmaking now. So get into it. It'll sell you.
That's a new word that I've learned too, is banger.
Banger.
That's right. That's the text I get from you. This one's going to be a banger.
I feel like I sound so like bro and ridiculous when I say that word, but it's like an ingrained term.
It's a buzzword.
Just naturally, it's a great encompassing word for what I intend to use it for.
Oh, Scott's talking about baseball. Is Scott, are you baseball
I
fan?
like throwing a baseball, but watching it.
Yeah.
Game.
Now, let me ask you this question. Do you like watching baseball if a pitcher is just dealing?
I always like to see a good, absolutely.
Yeah, we've been watching a couple of those.
It's a spectacle. It's something to be revered, especially in today's age against the talent, on the offense.
Well, I'm pretty excited because Adam Wainwright for the Cardinals, that guy's been dealing. He's learned how to change his speeds up so good. He's 88 on our fastball actually for my people because he pitches 68, 65 on the breaking balls and the changeups. So that's pretty fun to watch.
Shout out to J.P. Payton out of Waxahachie, Texas. He got drafted round number 2, 51st overall by the Detroit Tigers.
Nice.
Lions. Tigers. I'm tripping. Sorry.
Tigers. Definitely not Lions.
Yeah, no. That wouldn't go well. Honestly, the kid's a stud. He could probably do whatever.
All right, got a little push-up pull going on this morning. That was round one.
Oh. Yeah, I'm kind of doing the same thing.
Oh, Scott. Yeah, Scott, we just got to get you on here. I can't understand what you're saying. He's saying, speaking of not being able to watch baseball, he loves some UFC. Of course you do.
Yeah,
hey, Scott, by the way, is there a little echo going on? Because I hear an echo. Do you hear an echo?
I do not. It might be us because we have a separate speaker from our mic.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking Scott.
Okay.
Let me turn it down a little bit and see what the outcome is.
No worries. Whew. Also, I was thinking that we're going to get some Iron Minds water bottles. What do you guys think about that? I got the word on the street water bottle here. We get some Iron Minds water bottles. Put those in the wax.
Can we get really big jugs somehow, like the largest size? Like a canteen almost?
Like a gallon jug.
I want it to be honestly like a little obnoxious, but like also practical, right? Like I like having a ton of water like at all times.
Obnoxious but practical.
Okay, obnoxious, right? It's like I want people's first reaction to be like, why?
What?
Like,
what is this? And they can't live without it.
To my defense, I would say, why not? You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely.
We live on the edge.
All right, so get back to our main point this morning. Man, it is so critical what we're putting in our minds, we're putting in our bodies. I've been trying to teach my kids about this right now, about, like the videos that they're watching, books they're reading, the food they're eating, choices they're making. They're 14 and 12 now, so they've probably got a lot of habits already in place that they're going to carry for a good part of their life. But I'm trying to make sure that when I sneak in those good habits, but I've got to demonstrate it. I got to show it.
Yeah, for sure. And we've called ourselves out for being hypocritical too with our kids. It's like,
big time.
Don't do that, but we're doing it right behind the curtains. It's like we're justifying why they shouldn't do it because we know it's truly not in their best interest, but then we do it for ourselves. And so we are, we're constantly self-evaluating, trying to make sure that like that's not how our dynamic is with our kids. It's like if we're going to preach it, like we have to live it, or else it's hollow. There's no bearing to it.
Yeah. So Scott says there's definitely an echo.
Yeah, it's my speaker.
Yeah. Are you guys on computer or on your phone?
I'm on my phone. Here, hold on. I imagine the echo is gone.
Check 1, 2. Yeah, I don't hear the echo anymore. Scott, do you hear the echo anymore? Can you guys still hear me okay?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So Taylor, I'm going to have to tell my wife that you were here, so who knows, maybe next week she'll get up. This could become a couples workout.
Gotta do it. So what I'm working to do real quick, just to really step the production game up. Can I flip this? Do I have that option? Anyway,
no.
I've got a TV mount out here. I'm gonna pick up a low profile, flat screen TV, hook it up to these speakers, and then I bet I can run this session on this big monitor, and then also use it to watch amped up music videos instead of music.
Do you have your laptop has a camera in it, right?
It does.
Okay, so you could, and if you get an HDMI cable, you could just bring it out there, hook it up to the TV, and then the speaker can be hooked up to the TV.
That's what we're gonna do.
See if that works. See if there's a echo on that one. Then let's test it out. All right.
Good. You'll be good to go.
Woo.
So, what are things you've done in the past, where you've at an inflection point, you realize I got to stop doing this because it's not good for my mind, and I can track that back to what my habits and behaviors have been lately.
Yeah,
your
I think
ethic, your
Yeah, I think. No worries. Good. We're no more echo. We're good. I think for me, it's constantly checking because, you just get into habits sometimes. You get into bad habits of not reading, not putting good things in your mind, not helping yourself out, right? And so it's just, I think it's not really like an inflection point. I feel like it's a constant check.
Right.
What am I eating? What am I drinking? What am I reading? What am I watching? Sometimes you can just watch crap on TV, and sometimes it's nice to veg and not think. I get it, but if that's all you're putting in your mind, well, that can add up, right? It's a cumulative effect, a compound effect. One show is not going to bother you, but you watch 10 shows over 5 nights that all have garbage in them. You might start thinking about the wrong type of stuff or whatever.
Yes. No, for sure. I'm very guilty of dude. So I've got some, outspoken opinion, or I don't know if it's outspoken. It's just what I have conviction in. There's certain morals and principles from a political standpoint, or life worldview standpoint that are kind of non-negotiables to a certain degree. And even though I'm very open-minded, it can have a very respectful conversation with someone that has a completely different opinion. Unless you just cross a line, then we can't be rational. It's I get too consumed in political stuff, the catchphrase stuff, the headline stuff, through the media outlets I choose to watch. And I know that those are stretched as well. And sometimes I have to disconnect from all that because it sucks me in. And then that's all I think about, or just, it becomes non-productive, completely to my life and my goals. And it's a distraction. It's I have to self-monitor with things like that.
One more. Oh, dude, I love pull-ups. I think it's one of my favorite activities to do is pull-ups. But yeah, I think it's important to have conviction. It's important to have, you come to your moral compass in place. But sometimes that moral compass becomes just political fodder as opposed to a true moral compass.
Right.
You know, and how we live our lives, what choices we make. But I'm with you too, like especially now, political campaign season. You're just gonna be hearing all kinds of talking points and crazy talk, and
yeah,
you know,
it becomes it's non-productive for everybody. You know,
right?
But I digress on that.
I like this forum. How's the forum like?
I try not to get into politics. I try to stay out of it completely because it definitely like is negative. Like it impacts me completely differently than it does Hayden. So I just he keeps me updated. So most of his beliefs are like majority of mine because he keeps me updated. But
yeah.
You know, there's certain things that we will even talk about that we will butt heads on. And it's like, is this even worth the conversation? Because it's non-productive. Like you were saying, it doesn't make any sense. So I just try to stay out of it. I just like the memes. I'm in it.
That's true. They are
in it for the memes. I like that.
Ooh, there's a big old mosquito.
Yeah, and like I've noticed too, like my toxic trait is consistency in things that I know are beneficial for me to stick to long term, and you know, and understand there's not like that immediate moment of brief, intense determination that fires you up. Like that fades fairly quickly, unless it becomes, you know, you can intentionally make it a habit and have that realization. It's like I need to read a lot more because I know when I'm actually doing it, like I feel, I don't know, much more sure on my instincts, or like, you know, it's a reaffirmation of something, or it's helping me see something through a new perspective that's beneficial to me. And it's like when I'm in those moments, I'm at my best, but then, you know, life happens and you get stuck back into the motions of things, you know, without making it a daily behavior that takes intention. You know, so that's my biggest hill to overcome on many aspects of that, including like what I eat, you name it.
Yeah. I think it's so good to be pouring into our lives like really productive stuff for the most part, and stay kind of in that vein as much as possible. Stay motivated. You know, have people in your life that are motivated. Helps you become the person you want to be. Because it's just so easy, I think, to get caught up in all the crap and all the stuff that's just garbage. I mean, like politically speaking, it's important to vote. It's important to participate in the process. But man, it's like if that's all you're thinking about or you're talking about, you can get pretty negative, pretty cynical. You can start to hate on people pretty quickly, you know?
Yeah.
And there's that kind of fine line between having convictions, having what I call first principles. Like what are, like you said, the non-negotiables that's our starting point in life, that we make choices from. And we can communicate those to somebody, but we can also listen to other people like we do on Word on the Street on Fridays and have a healthy dialogue. But at the end of the day, you know what you believe, you live it. Most importantly, they'll put good things in your mind, because, you know, think of it like this, from a Christian perspective, from a worldly perspective. Yeah, I'm an American citizen, but that's really kind of a subcategory of who I really am.
Right.
You know, first and foremost, I'm a child of God, and that's global, and that's eternal, and everything else is kind of secondary.
No, for sure.
You know, so I think it's important. Okay, I got a few more to do here. I got actually, I only have one more thing to do. That's pretty exciting. All right. Okay.
Pull-ups.
Yeah, I've got. I did 30 pull-ups this morning. 5 sets of 6, or 6 sets of 5. Which again is my favorite workout.
We're gonna get you there.
If I was stranded in the ocean and there was a lifeboat out, I wouldn't be able to get my
I think that you'd be able to do it.
right.
So Taylor, for those who don't know, tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Okay.
Huh? I barely heard what you said. I'm sorry. What?
I said, for those who don't know, tell us a little bit something about yourself.
Tell you a little something about myself?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, let's see. I have 3 kids. I like to fish, and I'm actually terrified of large bodies of water, so I don't understand why I've let him take me out on the boat.
Okay, you couldn't have said two more controversial things there. You like the fish and you're terrified of bodies of water.
It's true. I really am. I'm not a great swimmer and I have no upper body strength. So I seriously think in my mind, like if I was stranded in the ocean and they threw a lifeboat out to me, I wouldn't even be able to get myself up in it. I'd be like holding on to the ropes on the side, like just drag me. Like I have no upper body strength. So
that's what those pull-ups are,
I plan on him carrying my weight, if I'm ever in that situation, he should be there.
That's right. Hey, those pull-up bars behind you will help you out tremendously on that. Well, what's interesting is that it sounds like you guys are a perfect match.
Yeah, we can't.
UFC, some politics, fishing.
We're
just a
85% of the way on the fishing perfection. We're almost there.
I can't go out longer than like an hour and a half without like needing a bathroom break, or it's too hot, or it's too cold.
Well, that's about an hour and 15 minutes longer than me.
I genuinely tell him he's better off going fishing with his friend Marcus. I'll be like, just take Marcus, it's fine. He'll be like, are you sure, babe? Like, you don't want to come? Are you sure you're not going to be like, no, like, just take, like, and I'll be genuinely serious. Just take Marcus, because in an hour, I will be ready to go. Like,
that sounds like a t-shirt as well.
Whole hour, but 6, I don't know if I can do 6.
I could probably do 15 minutes just because I like to talk too much.
All right, dude. All right, at some point, you know what I'm going to do?
I'm still listening.
Let's get some things popping this year. Next year, we'll fly out to St. Louis. I will take you out on a local or the closest, bass-heavy reservoir. We'll go out with a guide. I'll put you on, and I'm going to change your complete perspective about fishing. And I know that,
all right,
some of your other fun things, not going so well. You're going to replace it with a boat after I get done with you. Guaranteed.
Right.
Let me tell you my one fishing story, all right? So, and by the way, Scott says your intake will affect your output. Love that, Scott. That's great.
100%.
But my one fishing story, I was in Boy Scouts, I think, Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts. I can't remember when I was a kid. And we went fishing, went camping, went fishing, and I just didn't want to touch the fish. For whatever reason, didn't really have a desire to touch the fish. I caught one, all right, pulled it up, looking at it, I'm like, I just cut the line and threw it back in the water. I know it's terrible, but I just cut the line with the hook in the mouth and just let him swim, let him live with that in the mouth, because I didn't want to touch the fish.
Hey, that's okay, dude. In certain bodies of water here in America, you do not want to lip a fish. It's got sharp teeth. I did that with a pike because I've been in Texas my entire life. I catch largemouth bass exclusively. Well, I went to school in Connecticut, took rods with me, found a body of water, a few miles into some woods around me. Snagged something immediately. It's fighting heck. I just assumed it was a bass because I'm naive and don't know any better, not well traveled. I immediately comes up, that looks weird. I lipped it in a pike cast. Immediately split my thumb open, and I was like, what just happened? You're
like, that looks weird. What is that?
Oh yeah, there are other fish in this world. That was funny.
My first fishing experiences, I was, using wet dough for bait and bacon and ham, and I guess in his world that's cheating. And so I would fish with my great grandpa, and it would always be catfish. So I never wanted to lip a fish because it was a catfish. And they would flop, down on the ground and get your ankle or your foot. And so I would always be scared of them. So when I started fishing with Hayden, he would try to get me. In the beginning, I wasn't scared. And I don't know if a part of me was trying to impress him. But as I've grown older, and had more children, I think my intense fear is more, it's just, I'm absorbed of it. I'm just full of just fear of everything. So he'll try to get me to lip a fish, and it'll be like this big, not even a pound. He'll be like, here. I'm like, you just toss it back. That's all right. I've lipped a few already. I'm good. It's I've experienced it. I'm okay. But it depends. Honestly, in my mind, it's does the fish look angry? 1. Do we vibe? Do me and the fish get along? And 3, how big is it? But really though, if you get it wrong, I don't want to slip my, I don't want to cut my thumb. So
yeah, I'm with you on this. I think you and I are aligned very much on that. Very much. Hey, Scott. Yeah, worship team. So I just put the YouTube channel in there from Sunday service. I got to play in the worship band this week. I got the lead last week, July 10th. So if you want to check that, that's cool. But yeah, definitely fun being on the worship team. All right, y'all. We're at 30 minutes. It's been good.
Fast.
Do what?
It happens too fast.
It always goes by really fast. But you know what's really important this week? We're going to focus on what we put into our bodies, what we put into our minds. So whether you're eating something, drinking something, or reading something, just think about, or watching something. Think about what you're putting into your mind or listening to something, I guess, all those things. And everybody have a killer, absolutely killer week. This is Iron Minds episode 16 with Hayden Allred and Taylor Allred and Trey Griggs. See you guys soon. Peace.